This segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your partner is good health.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. You know, I always appreciate those people who work in areas where they're always looking to help those people in need, especially when we're trying to think ahead to things that may be coming. Very glad to have back with us Ms. Jennifer Orman. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Keith.
I appreciate you being here. Of course, President and CEO of Bayou Community Foundation. And next to her, Ms. Katie Lee. Katie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And Katie is so we got CEO and CIO. And so Katie is the Community Impact Officer. And so welcome. We're very glad to have y'all both.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the thing that so many people are talking about. We know that there are so many people that right now receive SNAP benefits. And there's this question come November 1st, what's going to happen? Jennifer, let's talk a little bit about what y'all have been thinking about and some of the plans that y'all have been making.
Sure. Well, as you know, Keith, Bayou Community Foundation works every day to identify and address critical needs in our community. And we're so thankful for the donors and partners who join with us in that fight.
Right.
And we also work to strengthen the capacity of our nonprofits, such as our food banks in this case, to address those critical needs.
Right.
So it's no surprise that in our region, hunger, homelessness, and behavioral health are three of our top needs. Yeah. We have been working to steadily address those. But just recently, as you mentioned, the hunger issue and the need for food security has dramatically increased with the reduction in SNAP benefits due to the federal government shutdown.
Right.
So Bayou Community Foundation realizes that this could put our community, as well as the whole state and country really, in a disaster mode, with many people who previously received some assistance for supplemental food. We need to remember that SNAP benefits are supplemental food. They do not provide enough food for 3 full meals a day for a full month. Right. Anyway, we realize that more and more people are going to be facing hunger, more families, more working poor, people who hold jobs but perhaps are at just entry-level positions with minimum wage salaries. And with today's food prices, find it very hard to fill those carts with nutritious food.
And then we also have these people that are seasonal, right? And so during the fall or the winter, we have, which we don't have much of a winter, but we have people who sometimes their jobs aren't as plentiful, aren't as readily available. So they actually sometimes need more at this time of year than less. And so people are really on high alert about what to do. And I love the fact as a social worker that you guys are thinking about that ahead of time and partnering with our food banks and the food pantries and what to do about that.
Yes. Well, as you may know, Second Harvest Food Bank of New Orleans and Acadiana serves almost 50 food banks and food distribution points in Lafourche and Terrebonne and Grand Isle. So they're a huge partner of ours, as well as a partner of many other food distribution sites. Second Harvest partners alone feed 12,000 people in Lafourche and Terrebonne a month.
12,000 people.
12,000 people. Wow. So their service and the service of our local food banks is really tremendous during normal times. With the SNAP situation, we are looking at approximately 41,000 people who receive SNAP benefits right now in Lafourche and Terrebonne. And if we follow the estimates from the state, that 30% of those people will not be included in the state funding of SNAP benefits come November 1st, because the state funding only covers children, elderly, and disabled. So there's about 30% of those beneficiaries now who are considered, as I mentioned before, the working poor, who will be left out of that state funding. So our food banks are bracing for many of those 12,000 or so people to then be more dependent on our local food banks. So we've been talking with Second Harvest, as well as some of our larger food banks like TCU, Food Bank here in Houma, to see how we can help. And we are appealing to our donors.
Okay. So shout out, please pay attention.
To please help us through our Second Harvest Fund at BCF. We are accepting donations that will go directly to purchase additional food for our local food banks to fill this need in the upcoming weeks. Now, hopefully, the shutdown is resolved quickly and we can return to normal in that sense of the word. But there is a need right now, we expect.
Yeah, normal food poor, right? Normal challenges.
Exactly.
And so, but no matter what, even if that decision gets made here soon, we're going to be a month or so for certain, right?
Well,
unless that decision is made before November 1st.
Yeah, I'm not, yes, you're right. We're not sure once the shutdown is resolved, we're not sure if it will be backfilled to, post-dated, so to speak.
Exactly. Or what that timeline is. And so my concern is, either way, we've got to be prepared. And we have a wonderfully giving community or multiple communities, and they always give to the Bayou Community Foundation because it's got such great resources and it provides such needs. I don't know if anybody does a better job of needs assessment in our area.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And that's just the reality. Yeah. And so we're so very, very glad. And so we have some options to talk about with this food pantry map a little bit. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're actually going to let Katie talk. So, Katie, we apologize, but we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and talk about all of the ways that we can kind of share this information about how you guys are finding ways to fill these needs and how to help. Right. So thank y'all for sticking with us.
Yes.
All right. You stick with us as well. We'll be right back right here on Bayou Time.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your partner is good health.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And very glad to have back with us. So very glad Katie and Jennifer, y'all are here. Thank y'all for identifying the need and where the need is and what to do. So let's talk a little bit about how we can help with this directory and be able to, with this food map, and show people what to do and how to do it.
Thank you. Just to give a little background information, as Jennifer mentioned, in 2023, BCF conducted a community-wide needs assessment and identified the major areas of critical need in Terrebonne, Lafourche, and Grand Isle. And one of those was food insecurity. Right. As a response to that, in October 2023, BCF held a hunger summit, and we brought together over 90 different representatives from local food banks, nonprofits, churches, government agencies, volunteer groups, anyone working in that space to really understand what the issues facing our community are, what those barriers were, and how we can form partnerships to collaborate to tackle these big issues. From that summit, we developed our first working group on hunger. We first met in December of 2023, and we meet regularly as a smaller group to, again, discuss these issues and how we can work together to partner them. Got it. Throughout all of these discussions, from the hunger summit to the working groups, it became very obvious that what was needed was some type of directory so that we could connect individuals to those food distribution points so they can get the most up-to-date information. Anyone searching for a food bank, if you try Google, you know it's very difficult. Right. And so in October of 2024, Bayou Community Foundation rolled out our first phase for our food directory. And then in July 2025, we added to that. It began with our map, which we'll show you in a moment. Okay. This map covers all of Terrebonne, Lafourche, and Grand Isle. And there's several different categories. Your general, but we also have broken it down so that there are services to students, our services to seniors, summer feeding programs, community gardens. This map is very, very user-friendly. All you have to do is zoom in on your area and click any one of these red dots, and that dot will come up with the location, the address, the contact information, any documentation required, their websites, everything you need to get in touch with that particular food bank. Wow. Once we developed this, after, again, a lot of discussion with our working group, we realized that there are a lot of individuals that they need food now.
Right.
And so the calendar came after in July, in which no matter which day of the week it is, you can look and it tells you everyone who's distributing that day. So if someone looked at today,
Right.
they can see that the Good Samaritan of Thibodaux is distributing.
Right.
If you click on any one of those, if we can bring up the next
There you
slide.
go.
There it is. It'll again come up with the name of the distribution site, the location, the contact information, all the documentation required.
The time.
And this, the times,
excellent to let people
everything.
know.
So whether you're looking for a food bank that's close to you or one that's distributing as soon as possible, BCF's food bank directory's got you covered.
Wow, very cool. And again, it's not only knowing where that is, but it's helping people navigate in an easy way how to get to it.
Yes.
And how do we get to it? And when are they open? When are they closed? Because one of the other issues that we come across, and I'm sure y'all found out about it, is sometimes the transportation there to get there. And so I love the fact that we have these opportunities, and this gives them so much more information. They can arrange for a ride. They can, they can look at it and go, you know what, we need to get there by Wednesday. And where are they open on Wednesday, and how do we get a ride? And it just empowers people to be less food insecure. Right? And isn't that what it's about?
Not only individuals, but other resource agencies as well. So if someone is at, they're working with some other type of agency, whether it's behavioral health, housing, they're with South Central Louisiana Human Resources, and that, social worker isn't in front of that client and realize this client is also food insecure, they can use BCF's map to help them find the resources that they need.
Wow. So we can actually cater whatever their need is in all of these other areas that we've identified or struggles for people. And then we can find a way to connect them. But if you don't have somebody, maybe when you're in the other service areas, they can help you. I love that idea. So all social workers, you need to be aware of this and what to do. And so how do people find it? How do we let people know how to find it?
So all they have to do is go to bayoucf.org/food map. It is also from bayoucf.org, our main webpage.
Right.
If you are a food bank and you need to be added to this directory or would like your information updated, you can contact us from our webpage or contact me at katie@bayoucf.org or 985-219-0048.
Well, this is some really great information. I love the fact that you guys have been working on this. 2023, did the summit, identified the need. 2024, continued to do that, worked on the idea. 2025, started rolling out these great options. And now here we are in the possibility of a crisis, even more so than the one we're in. And now that we know that, we can help you now. Find the help you need now. And these are, again, another great idea and great option for it. So again, Bayou Region Food Bank Directory is here. It's available. It's because of all the work that's being done with the Bayou Community Foundation, and they're here to help. Or you can go to bayouhelp.org, right?
Yeah, this is a more comprehensive website with many more services.
A whole lot more services than just these other. Thank you so very much for really looking at the need and taking care of it. You guys are great at it, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment, but not this Bayou time. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This segment was brought to you by Trapp Chevrolet. We're always on your side.